Time to get in the huddle with Palisade coach Joe Ramunno on the team.
And Bulldogs coach Joe Ramunno, brought to you by the Rick Nelson Agency and American Family Insurance. For a free comparison, call this team of licensed professionals at 970-241-0078. Joe Ramunno joins us. Joe, thanks for taking some time today.
You bet, Jim. Glad to be on, man.
Always good to talk with you. And we really haven't got into it in our previous conversation before Resurrection Christian about Nathan Umberger, whose father, Trent, I know the Umberger family, a real tragedy. His father, Trent, was one of the two CDOT workers killed out along US 6 in Palisade. And, boy, Nathan had just an incredible game, 3 catches, 113 yards, and a touchdown, and that win against Resurrection Christian. And I can only imagine his football family has been so crucial for him during this tragic point in his life.
Man, it really has, Jim. Just very tough situations for Nathan and family. And boy, it's been cool though that our team has really stepped up and been a good support for him. We just know the tough time that he's going through. But it's been therapy for him. He was there the day after just to practice, just to be around his guys. So proud of my seniors for stepping up and leading the charge there. But boy, what a special day Nate had against Resurrection Christian. A career day for a Palisade receiver for sure.
And no doubt about it. Like I said, an incredible game for Nathan Umberger. The 3 catches, 120 yards, and a touchdown. One of those, of course, the touchdown catch of the 53-yarder. As Branson Springer continues to really do a nice job, 4 of 8. Ken Ask can be more efficient. 136 yards, had that touchdown pass to Umberger, and that passing game, I know Cam Tucker's played a big role in helping to kind of retool some things there for you, Joe. It's been an incredible compliment to what you're doing with your running game.
Well, Cam has got some great background, not only as a player, but then when he went and coached at Harding. I went to play there and he got injured and came in to coach, and he's just way, way above his years, man. He just got a great mind for football, and we're just so fortunate to have him with us and doing things. But, yeah, he brings a lot to it and sees things very well. And, it's been, like I said, wonderful to have him with us.
Branson Springer on the ground, 9 carries, 57 yards. But, I mean, you look at it, you had 219 yards in the ground, but it's not like in past years, maybe it's been 1 or 2 backs that go out and get 100-plus yards for. I mean, it was very much by committee in that game against Resurrection Christian.
Yeah, and that's really what we want to be. I know it was, that's kind of the design for it, because you can't really lock in on one guy. And we left a lot on the table. We had some penalties and things, and that stopped us, turnovers and penalties, and those we've got to eliminate. But we had, a solid day, but so much to improve on.
But certainly with what had transpired with the death of Trent Umberger in that situation, and how Nathan responded, we also want to make sure that we acknowledge that Kathy Wallace, who was in that vehicle, also died as well. Nathan Jones, who worked with Trent Umberger, also lost his life in that horrible tragedy. So we don't want to leave those folks not acknowledged in losing their lives in that situation as well. So homecoming, a lot of emotion for your football team, and you find a way to go out and play a really good football game against Resurrection Christian. Now you go to Durango; they're back to being a 4A program, and they've gone through some changes. Their coach leaves, and Ryan Wolverton, who was an outstanding player for them, steps in over the summer to become their head coach. They're 1-2 right now, and a football team that still like does have when Tyler Harms was there quarterbacking for them. They still like to throw the football. Cully Feeney, he's got 316 yards, 3 touchdowns on the season. So they still like to throw it around a little bit, and Feeney's also their leading rusher, so he's been a really good dual threat player at the quarterback spot for them.
Yeah, Jim, they're very, very solid. Have gone through some changes here and there, but they are solid, both sides of the ball, and the special teams is very good as well. So we know that it's Durango. They've had everybody's number for quite some time, and they're just a good football program. And Ryan steps in. He just continues the trend. I know their record doesn't indicate how good they are. They played, some good football teams. Obviously, Montrose, and anybody who plays Montrose, that's a great contest. They're a very good football team. And then they lost to Farmington, who I think is a much improved New Mexico team. But they beat a Pedro Vesta team 2 weeks ago, and we know how good they are. They've always been good.
Joe Ramunno, coach of the Palisade Bulldogs football team with us. Joe, injury-wise, how does it look heading into the game with Durango?
Well, we've got injuries. I think everybody has them. We've got some guys that are nicked up. I don't know if Dylan Larson will be able to go for a bit. And we've got Caleb Johnson, where he's another question mark. So we're kind of fighting off the injury bug. Caleb Reed is, I believe, going to be able to go. So we're just in it. You got to have the mentality that you got to get the next guy up and go and do as best you can.
So we'll have that game. It'll be the first game of our doubleheader. We'll have Palisade at Durango tomorrow here on the team. Our Countdown to Kickoff pregame show with Nate Andrews starts at 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock kickoff for Palisade and Durango. And then when that game concludes, we will have the battle for the Black and Blue Trophy with Fruita Monument and Grand Junction here on the team. Rio Van Gilder will have that one with Chuck Yost. And then, of course, we'll have the battle for the War Dog Trophy next week when Palisade takes on Central. Hey, Joe, once again, congratulations on the win. And once again, our hearts go out to the Umberger family, to obviously to Nathan and what he's going through. And just, once again, it shows how important sports are when you go through difficult things in your life as a high school student, to have that kind of community around a young person when they deal with a tragedy like that. I think it just if there's one good thing about that is that he has his football family there to help him get through this.
Yeah, and there's been a huge support, just love and support from the community, not just Palisade, but the entire Grand Junction, because Trent was pretty involved in everything, the Umbergers. So, we're just thankful that we are able to be able to hear and support Nathan.
All right. Joe, always appreciate it. Thank you. Good luck in Durango tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
All right. Joe Ramunno, coach of the Palisade Bulldogs football team, with us on the program.